Hey everyone, welcome in a new episode of Steven's Week. It was 2 weeks since I made my last video. That was due to family time, so I am back now with a new update on marketing, technology and customer experience. Enjoy the show, my friends. Probably the biggest news this week comes from Facebook. There was the F8 conference this week in which Mark Zuckerberg gave a keynote about the long-term future of Facebook. And I don't know if you remember, but last year he gave a presentation of the 10-year roadmap of Facebook, which is about AI, which is about connectivity, and which is about AR and VR. This year it became really clear that they are moving forward and they're doubling down on those investments and those investment tracks. The key thing that they talked about this year was augmented reality, and their vision is to change the smartphone and the camera into an augmented reality platform. Their dream is that pretty soon, if we go to a certain physical place, that digital information will be available and that we will see all that additional information just through the lens of our phone. They will probably use like a Facebook algorithm to make sure that we don't get overloaded with information, but that we get the right information for us like they do with the Facebook timeline. Next to that, their dream is to remove more physical things from the world and make them more digital. Like one crazy idea is that we probably won't need TV screens in the future anymore, but that we wear glasses that are able to project almost everything that we need onto walls or other objects in the wall, in the house. Which means that Facebook is actually becoming a competitor of almost every technology company in the world. So big dreams, big visions by Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm sure we're going to see more about that in the next year. Last week, North Korea launched a missile. It was a new missile test that failed. The rocket exploded shortly after its launch. Most people thought that there was something wrong with the technology of the rocket, but now there's this rumor online that this could be a new example of cyber attacks. There's the rumor that the US is looking at new ways to protect themselves from missile attacks, and one of the ways are cyber attacks on technologies in missiles of other countries. So I don't know if this is true, but I thought it's an interesting topic to look at what the impact of cyber attacks and cybersecurity will have on the future of the world. And this is one example that could be the truth and that could have a big impact on the way that countries and the power between countries will be measured in the future. At this moment, Instagram Stories is killing Snapchat. Snapchat has a user base of about 170 million active users. Instagram Stories, in just 6 months time, it started with 0 users to 200 million today. So in 6 months, Snapchat has been leapfrogged by Instagram Stories, and you feel that in your gut feeling. I see that in my Snapchat figures, I see that in my Instagram Story figures. The success of Instagram Stories is just enormous, and Snapchat is really suffering from this copycat behavior from Facebook. Uber just reported some of their financial figures. They're pretty impressive both ways. They have $6.5 billion in revenue. They have 20 billion rides every year, which is double as much as last year. But they also make a huge loss of $2.8 billion. So they're still growing very fast and investing a huge amount of money to go for world domination, and profitability is not one of the key objectives in the short run, I think. Baidu decided to open up all their technology and data that they have on their self-driving cars. They hope that that will proceed and speed up the evolution of driverless vehicles in the world, and that traditional car manufacturers will use that technology and combine that with the resources that they have and the skills that they have for mass production of cars, so that the world sees faster a mainstream world with driverless vehicles. At the conference of Facebook, Mastercard announced that they will partner up with Facebook to make sure that people will be able to buy stuff directly from Messenger. There will be 3 retailers that will start in this partnership. Subway, that makes the sandwiches, is going to be one of the first ones. And it will allow people to pre-order their subs, their sandwiches at Subway, and prepay them in Messenger with their Mastercard. So this is boosting convenience again. This is a combination of Facebook with retailers, with financial players, to make sure that the convenience level and the seamlessness of transactions increases for consumers. More Facebook news. This is really the Facebook week, but I've got once again impressed by the figures of Facebook. Like they now own 4 of the 5 most downloaded apps in the world: Facebook Messenger, Instagram, and what's the other one? WhatsApp, of course. 4 of the 5 most downloaded apps at this moment. Number 5 is Snapchat, by the way. And what else did I see? That 50% of the time that the global population spends on a mobile phone is spent on Facebook. So if someone tells you that their niece of their neighbor's aunt is not using Facebook anymore. Don't believe the rumor, look at the facts. It's just the internet at this moment. Facebook equals the internet, if you ask me. Something else that they announced is that they're going to launch Facebook Spaces, which is the first VR app in the world, so that we'll be able to, or you will be able to hang out with your friends in a virtual world. If you don't have VR glasses, you will be able to use Facebook Messenger or another tool like Skype to hang in with them as well. To make sure that everyone can be included, but it will be the coolest if you have VR glasses on. Great quote by Elon Musk this week. You know that he is building his gigafactory in Nevada to, you know, it's like the biggest battery factory in the world. It's an energy plant actually. Now he believes that if the world would build 100 of those gigafactories, that we would be able to power up the entire planet. Just imagine that. Amazon Lex is the AI platform that is supporting Amazon Alexa. Now, you all know that Amazon is one of the leading players in this field of AI, and what they've decided now and what they have done is they opened up their platform so that every developer in the world can use their AI technology in other applications. So I don't need to explain this. It means that the world has now access to this technology, and this will speed up applications in which we will see the power of Alexa and the power of Amazon coming back in other applications, which will be fantastic for us as users. So my friends, this was my weekly, your update on marketing technology and customer experience. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was a very interesting week. I'm always intrigued with the big conferences of Facebook this week and the one from Amazon. So this was a fun week, big news. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will share the video, and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. See you again next week.